Welcome to Sports Express with Spencer Davidson and Alicia Daddario. Brought to you by Scalzo, Zogby and Wittig, Raymore and Flanagan, and Martin Harding and Mazzotti.
Coming up aboard the Express, we hear from the Cooperstown boys and girls basketball teams as they gear up for regionals this weekend.
Plus, the Comets head to Syracuse to take on the Crunch for the second time in 3 nights.
But first, time for tonight's big game. To Scott Fieldhouse we go at Hamilton College. The 10th ranked Continentals looking to make program history by advancing past the 3rd round of the NCAA tournament for the first time. To do that, they'd have to get through 9th ranked Christopher Newport.
First half, captains get on the board first. Tyler Femi drives to the hoop, puts in the reverse layup.
That gets it started, but back down the other way. An immediate response for Hamilton. Good way to get the packed crowd into it. Peter Hoffman from downtown, splash, 3-2 Continentals.
3.5 minutes in, good effort from junior Kenneth Gilmore. The steal at one end, takes it the other way and flushes it down two-handed. It's Hamilton by 3.
Another defense to offense transition. Andrew Grohl with the block. Dishes it off to Hoffman, who goes coast to coast, absorbs some contact, and lays it in left-handed. Hoffman had a game-high 19 points for the Continentals tonight.
Captains closing in late in the half, though. Marcus Carter up the middle and banks it off the glass. Hamilton up by 3, though.
Textbook offense execution here from the Continentals. Give and go between Gilmore and Spencer Kendall. And Kendall throws it down for the two-handed dunk. We've seen him do that before. And he gets the foul, 17-12 Hamilton.
CMU sticking with it. Luther Gibbs to the rack, scoops it in and gets the whistle. Hamilton ended the first half up by 12, but the captains outscored the Continentals by 20 in the second half. So unfortunately, Hamilton's season comes to an end as they fall 75-67.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the season finale of Sports Express. Hard to believe that this is already the last one until high school football season.
I know, it's making me sad.
It is.
But switching gears in the high school ranks, the Cooperstown boys basketball team is no stranger to winning. After earning their 3rd sectional title in 4 years last weekend, the Hawkeyes are on to the state tournament. Yeah,
Cooperstown used a second half comeback to beat a tough Utica Academy of Science team in the Class C final on Sunday at the Carrier Dome. Now, the Hawkeyes were able to avenge last year's loss to Tully for the banner, a game that Coop has used to fuel their fire this season.
I think having a bunch of the upperclassmen having played here before is really helpful to us. It's going to be nice because it'll be a familiar court. We played there 2 years ago, and I think that's going to be a big help in comforting the younger players who haven't been in this kind of stage before.
Yeah, it'll be huge. I mean, a lot of these guys have made deep runs in sectionals at least, you know. But for me specifically, I've been here before. I've never gotten past this point, so I'm looking to do that this time.
I think it's invaluable. The experience factor in a game such as this, where you're in a regional, it's something where you can lean back on that when things start to go haywire or things start to go good. It doesn't really matter. Whichever way it happens to be flowing, you can look at those seniors, those juniors, whoever it happens to be with the experience, and say, hey, listen, you've been here before. It's time to go to work.
Tip-off between Cooperstown and Unit de la Valley at Floyd Mains Arena in Binghamton is set for Sunday at 4 p.m.
Before the boys hit the court, the girls will battle against Watkins Glen in the Class C regional final. The powerhouses from 2 of New York State's most historic sports towns met in the state tournament back in 2015 and 2016, with Cooperstown winning both times.
However, this is a whole new team led by seniors Kate Trossett, Lauren Vibbard, and Emily Perez, and also junior Piper Seaman. The message this week is to be confident, relax, and enjoy the moment. The team is in awe and appreciates the village rallying around them.
It's crazy. Like, there's a spectator bus coming on Sunday, and our fire department has a sign outside of it that says, like, good luck Hawkeyes at regionals, and the newspapers are all filled with good lucks and congratulations, and we're all just rallying together looking to move on.
It's fantastic. Everywhere we go, people are like, good job, coach. We can't, you know, how long does it take to get to Broome County Arena? We make sure we leave on time. The faculty's been great, the boys have been great, you know, the camaraderie between the guys and the girls teams have been really outstanding. And everywhere you go, someone calls me coach, and it's very flattering, but it's because of the kids behind me that, you know, have been outstanding, that recognition exists.
This game is scheduled for 2:15, also at Floyd Mains Arena Sunday afternoon.
All right, in the college ranks, some other sports in the playoffs. The Syracuse women's basketball team tops Miami 92-85 to move on to the ACC tournament semifinals. The Orange, led by none other than Tiana Mangakahia, who,
girl.
yeah, that's right. Love the Aussie, who poured in 25 points and 13 assists. Up next, SU will clash with top-seeded Notre Dame tomorrow at noon. The game will be broadcast on ESPN.
On the ice, the Colgate men's hockey team fell 4-1 to Union in Game 1 of the ECAC tournament. Game 2 of the best-of-3 series is scheduled for tomorrow night at 7.
SUNY Oneonta seniors James Bethel and Tyler O'Brien will be competing this weekend at their respective NCAA Division III championships. James will represent the Red Dragons at the Wrestling Championships in Roanoke, Virginia, where Tyler will be competing in Boston at the Track and Field Championships.
Both athletes are returning to the NCAA championships after earning All-American honors a year ago. And with his performance today, Bethel advances into the All-America round at Nationals. His first match tomorrow will be against Connor Calkins of RIT, and he's never lost to him.
No,
So
he hasn't. He's like
it'll be
46-1 this year now, I think.
Yeah, it's
28
amazing.
pins. Yeah, he's ridiculous, and he's the #1 seed in the heavyweight class in the entire nation. So hopefully he can bring back some hardware to Central
Yeah,
New
we'll
York.
definitely kind of keep track of him this weekend.
For sure.
And
Yeah, a lot of
good luck.
stuff going on. Yeah, good luck to him, and of course, good luck to Tyler as well. That'll do it for the first period here on Sports Express. Plenty more still coming your way.
That's right. After the break, he's the first player in program history to be a part of 3 sectional championship teams. Now he's chasing a state title. We'll meet our final Sports Express athlete of the week next.
If you want to join the conversation on Twitter, use hashtag SportsExpress. This is Sports Express Athlete of the Week, brought to you by Scalzo, Zogby and Wittig, Raymore and Flanagan, and Martin Harding and Mazzotti.
Welcome back to Sports Express. It's time now to unveil our latest athlete of the week.
Yeah, we heard from him earlier in the show,
We did.
but we'll hear from him again. With 3 Section 3 titles under his belt, this player is looking to lead his squad now to a state championship.
Jack Lambert of the Cooperstown boys basketball team led the second-seeded and state-ranked #6 Hawkeyes to its 3rd Section 3 crown in 4 years with a win over Utica Academy of Science last weekend. Lambert, MVP of the Class C tourney, scored 14 of his 23 points in the second half, and Cooperstown overcame a 10-point deficit to knock off the top-seeded Adams 61-57 in the Class C final at the Carrier Dome. Lambert, the son of first-year head coach John Lambert, is now the first player in program history to be a part of 3 Section 3 championship teams. For both father and son, there's a lot to be proud of.
It's been amazing. It's been a great year. My teammates trust me, I trust them, and it's been a great ride. I think we've been pretty successful the past 4 years in Cooperstown basketball. So I like to say winning is one of them, and obviously shooting the ball is what I like to do. But getting my teammates involved and making everybody better is a big thing for me.
Sometimes with basketball players, you get caught up in the statistics and the wins, and that's true. But I've always tried to teach Jack, not only as a father but as a coach, that it's more than just the game. It's about the friendships. That's what you're going to remember in 25 years. Yeah, the wins are nice and the stats are nice, but being able to create a memory and a bond with other players, especially at this level of basketball, is what it's all about. And he is the quintessential player for that. To go to 4 straight sectional championship games and win 3 of them is something I think that he's proud of. I know I'm proud of him for doing it.
We were just talking about too. It's kind of like we've seen Jack grow up too. I remember when he, and now he's like.
I am very proud.
Now he's like this. I mean, it's not that hard to be taller than I am.
Right.
But even still, I'm looking up pretty significantly.
Yeah, we saw him, when they made the regionals 2 years ago, and even to now, it's like, you just watch him grow up before your eyes. I feel like a mom.
I know. As Trent Cole, the Commons coach, would say, it's a proud papa moment.
Exactly. Well, hopefully they can go farther now.
Absolutely. We want this to keep going. That'll take us to the second intermission here on the season finale of Sports Express.
Coming up next, we'll head to the ice where the Utica Comets battled the Syracuse Crunch in the 9th Galaxy Cup Series contest of the season.
For final scores and video highlights from tonight's games, log on to WKTV.com. This is Sports Express, brought to you by Scalzo, Zogby and Wittig, Raymore and Flanagan, and Martin Harding and Mazzotti.
Welcome back aboard the Express. It is crunch time for the Utica Comets in more ways than one.
Yeah, no pun intended, or actually was it?
Very,
Tonight, the
very
Comets
intended.
were in Syracuse taking on their arch rivals for the second time in 3 nights, with every point crucial in the North Division playoff race.
Yeah, to the Onondaga County War Memorial. Crunch are 2 points ahead of the Rochester Americans in first place, while the Comets are deadlocked with the Belleville Senators looking for that 4th and final playoff spot in the division.
First period, less than 1 minute in, Crunch find the back of the net. Ross Colton skates behind the net, centers in front for Taylor Radish, who puts it in past new Comets goalie Marek Mazanitz. Syracuse on top by 1.
More than midway through the first, Crunch on the power play now. Mazanitz stops a shot from Andy Andreoff, but the puck squirts backdoor where Alex Barre-Boulet has a wide open net and stuffs it home. 2-0 Syracuse.
Doesn't get any better for the Comets in the second. Crunch stayed in. Alexander Volkov takes a shot, stopped by Mazanitz, but Volkov puts the rebound back off the netminder and in. Syracuse would add an empty netter in the third as they shut out the Comets for zip.
Yeah, tough loss for the Comets, but taking a look at the North Division standings, the good news for you. Belleville Senators also lost for the second night in a row to the Cleveland Monsters, so they remain in the 4th place spot, tied at 67 points, but with a game at hand. But here come the Monsters, though, just 2 points behind the Comets and Sens in 6th with 65 points. The Crunch, Amerks, and Toronto Marlies all won tonight, so no changes in the top 3.
All right, coming up tomorrow, both the SU men's and women's basketball teams are in action at 12. The men wrap up their regular season in South Carolina against Clemson. As we mentioned earlier, the women will take on Notre Dame at noon in the ACC tourney semis. That game on ESPNU. And then on the ice, the Comets look to bounce back, and they travel to Laval. We're playing the Rockets. And as you mentioned, standings, every game counts.
Yeah, and this is their game at hand on the Senators, so they
Okay.
really need to take advantage of this. Otherwise, they'll be really in a deadlock.
Well, there it is.
There it is. All right, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in throughout the fall and through the winter to Sports Express. That's it for us. We'll see you back here in the fall for another edition of Sports Express.